film, because on television you can almost get away with two dimensions, with a two-dimensional character.
Do you like Mr. Bean personally?
No, I don't. I think he's a horrible man, really. I mean, funny to watch, but you've got to keep a polite distance.
Yeah,
I think,
right.
because he's sort of dangerous, really. I mean, you know, people say, oh, wouldn't it be funny to have Mr. Bean to stay or to dinner, you know? And
No, I don't think so.
I mean, if you could watch through the window of somebody's house while Mr. Bean was having dinner inside, that would be fun.
So you couldn't say that he was based on yourself, though, or do you
I hope not. No. Although sadly, from based on what I've said, that I think he grew from within me.
It's almost sounding that way.
I mean, he did. Sadly, I can't deny that. That he grew. So maybe myself as a child is sort of what Mr. Bean is based on.
What about if we put Mr. Bean in a situation, say, in a sitcom like Friends or one of those?
Well, yeah, he could go anywhere, really. I mean, I can see him in, and in many ways, the more conventional, I think he's always funnier in very formal environments, like, where you're supposed to behave.
For sure.
Because he never does behave himself. And therefore, when he's in, if he was in the army, or if he was, when he's at the, or like as in the movie, when, the fact that we place a lot of the action in an art gallery, which is a very formal place, where you're supposed to behave and you're supposed to, just look at the paintings and be quiet.
For sure.
And don't touch, and all those things that, Mr. Bean is not going to do that. You know that he's going to take, the opposite point of view. So it's a very fruitful environment, a very good environment to have him.
Does he have a first name?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
No,
He's just Bean.
I wish it. No, he's just Bean. And we haven't thought. I mean, I think if we haven't deliberately not given him one. It's just that we can't think of one. Really. If I could think of one now, then I'd give you one. But I can't.
Think of one. I haven't got time.
I can't. No, I'd need a few months, I think, to think of a name.
And what do you do in your spare time? What do you do to relax when you're away from all this?
Well, that's a good question. Cars are my great love. That I have a great love of motor cars and motor racing. That I hope to do a bit of next year. I did some motor racing in the 80s, in mid to late 80s. But only a bit. I never really found the time for it. And people, if you're working in films and television, that people don't like you, motor racing, because they regard it as a high risk activity. It's not a high risk activity, but it's a medium risk activity. So they don't let you do it. So I'm going to take most of next year off, I think, and I'm going to try and do some in the British summer of '98. That I hope to do some more motor racing.
Excellent. Well, I hope you have a great year off then,
and you
get some rest and come back with some more excellent work.
Well,
Thanks very much.
Well, thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Thank you.